Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Owen talks about sports and movies. Thank you for checking out today's video. I always appreciate the support. Let's get into it. So the 2023 NFL playoffs are finally here. I'm super excited. This is always such a fun time of the year. Seeing the best teams in the league all duke it out as they try to make a run for the Super Bowl title. And so today I'm going to have my game by game picks, matchups, and I'm going to give you who I think is going to win this Super Bowl. But make sure you guys leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Who do you think is going to win? Who do you think is going to win the games this weekend? And all of that fun stuff. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss out on any of the fun. And let's get into it. So first, we're going to have a tier list. So I've broken up the favorites, contenders, dangerous, intriguing, and no shot. So we'll go with the bottom, work our way up. The no shot, I would say that Baltimore and Miami would not be in this tier if they were completely healthy at quarterback, but without Lamar and Tua, respectively, I just don't really see how they're going to be able to win a playoff game or go on a deep run, just because of how crucial they are to their team's success. And then Seattle, if they had matched up with not the 49ers, I would have maybe put them in the intriguing, but I don't really think they've got a shot to beat San Francisco in San Francisco. Today, actually, despite it kind of being gloomy and, not the best weather or anything like that. Intriguing, I think these teams, while they've got some holes, I think, they are definitely capable of potentially making some noise. The Giants, they got matched up with the Vikings. And I think the Giants, might be able to exploit, the Vikings' god-awful defense. But the Vikings, they've got just such a loaded offense that they might be able to just get into a shootout with anybody in the league and come out. And they've got this good luck with one-score games and stuff like that. But I am nervous that they're going to run into someone who's just equally as capable of keeping up with them offensively, and then they're probably going to lose at some point. But you know what? They may just go on 4 straight shootouts and win the chip. And then Jacksonville, they've been playing really hot lately. They've been creating a lot of turnovers. Trevor Lawrence has been statistically been the best quarterback in football over the past month and a half or so. I think they're a little ahead of schedule, so I don't know how much, they can truly go or how far they can truly go. But I definitely think that they're very intriguing, and tonight's game is going to be so good. Next up, and then dangerous. I think these teams got a little more potential than the ones in the intriguing tier. The Buccaneers, I'm not going to count Tom Brady out. I'm not going to do it. And I think, at any point, Tom can go on a 2-minute drive and win the game. We saw that a lot this year. Even though they're not quite as explosive as they were last year or anything like that, and they've got a lot of injuries on the O-line, they still got a lot of great defensive players. Tom can go on a 2-minute drive at any point. And I really do think they could win a game as long as they're rough and physical. And then the Chargers, I think they're so talented. They really genuinely are. They've got a lot of talent. Mike Williams being out for the first game is probably not is not very good for them. But Justin Herbert's literally a superhero. So whenever you've got a quarterback that just supremely talented and a competent defensive pass rush, I think you can be pretty dangerous to play. And the Cowboys, they've got a lot of power. They've got a lot of star power. I think maybe their star power is a little overstated because they are the Cowboys. But, when you've got a good run game, a good defense, and above average to good quarterback play, I think you've really got a shot. And the contenders, if any of the next 5 teams, I expect the Super Bowl to be a combination of the next 5 teams. I think the Eagles, as long as Jalen Hurts and Lane Johnson are healthy, can really beat anyone in the league. They really can. But because they've had some health concerns, I'm only going to keep them in the contenders tier. But with their just unreal pass rush, I know they led the league in sacks this year. I think they either had 4 or 5 guys with double-digit sacks this year, which is just insane. And they can run the ball, and they've got great weapons, but they are health dependent, so I'm going to put them in the contender tier for now. But they've got another week to get healthy with the bye, so if you want to put them in the favorites, I totally could see that. Same thing with the 49ers. If they weren't on their third-string rookie quarterback, I would definitely have them in the favorites tier as well, but I just don't. Yes, Brock Brady's played really great. He really has. during his time, but he's still a third string rookie quarterback. He is very streaky in college, and who knows? Maybe he starts fading in the playoffs. I don't know. We'll have to see. But until further notice, sorry, my allergies are really bad today. Um, they're just going to be just a notch below. And then the favorites: Chiefs, Bills, Bengals. I think we've kind of been in an arms race all year with the three of them. I think they've got the three best quarterbacks in football with great coaches. Probably with the coaches decreasing quality from left to right is how they're listed on there. Great weapons, especially with the Bengals. The Bengals definitely have the best receiving core out of these three. Um, and the Bills got the best defense, but the Chiefs had the best, coach quarterback combo. Um, the Bills beat the Chiefs in the regular season. The Bengals have beat the Chiefs, in the playoffs. But I think any of the three of them could easily win the Super Bowl, and I would not be surprised one bit. I really think they're just the class of the NFL. These three teams. Okay, let's get into some actual picks. So we're going to start in the AFC. So we'll go from the highest seeds down. So Buffalo, Miami at Buffalo. No Tua for the Dolphins. Skylar Thompson's going to get the start. If Tua was in this game, I would give the Dolphins a legitimate chance, but they also probably wouldn't have the 7 seed. But since Tua's not playing, I think Buffalo's going to go ahead and just roll pretty easily. Next with Cincinnati and Baltimore, I think Baltimore, despite not having Lamar Jackson, is still probably going to keep this one close and play them tough. But without Lamar, I don't think the Ravens offensively can match the Bengals' output. So we're going to go with the Bengals. So now we come to the 4-5 Jacksonville Chargers game. And I think this is probably going to be the best AFC wildcard game out of all of them. I legitimately could see both teams winning this game, and I could totally see. I think the Chargers have the better players, but the Jaguars have the better coach and good players. But I just think there's a lot of pressure on the Chargers, honestly, admittedly, because they went out and they spent so much money in free agency, and they've been waiting on Justin Herbert to have his moment. And so I think Justin Herbert is going to have his moment, and they're going to go into Jacksonville, and they're going to win this game. Okay, so the next we've got Kansas City, we got Kansas City and the Chargers, Bengals, and the Bills. What a great quarterback lineup, by the way, this could potentially be. And even with T. Law, it'd be a great quarterback lineup. But so first off, we've got I think it's the Kansas City game first. We got Kansas City and the Chargers meeting for the third time this year. The Chiefs swept them, but it's hard to play a team 3 times. But I just think the Chiefs will pull it out in Arrowhead. But if Justin Herbert went absolutely nuclear and they win in the Kansas City beat them, would not be surprised, especially if Mike Williams came back healthy. But for the time being, I think the Chiefs got it. And then Bills, Bengals, just quite a supreme quarterback matchup. You've got Josh Allen, who was the big play, big risk gunslinger, and you got Joe Burrow, who was Mr. Precision and Mr. Accuracy. In Buffalo, I really do think the Bills are just kind of, I just think they've been a better team all year, just slightly, and I think that carries over to them in Buffalo. And so now we've got what could potentially be a neutral site AFC Championship game. So I think neutral site in a dome, 2 quarterbacks just going toe to toe. Weather's not a factor. Who do you trust more? Who? I think that's what it's going to come down to. Who do you trust more, Pat or Josh Allen? Make an argument for both, but I'm going to go with Pat, and I think the Chiefs are going to get out of the AFC. Okay, next we're going to go to the NFC. So the Eagles have the bye, so they don't play this weekend. So we'll start with San Francisco and Seattle. If Seattle match up with someone else, I could maybe see it. But I just don't think Seattle's got the firepower to overcome the Giants or the 49ers just super vaunted defense, along with a very good, not very good, an elite skill position group. Brock Purdy, I'm sure, has enough to get it done. I'm going to take the 49ers. Okay, next we got Giants, Vikings. This is where I think the Vikings' run of luck comes to an end. I just don't think defensively they are good enough to potentially stop um, Giants' run offense centered around Saquon Barkley. Sometimes Kirk Cousins, just plays inexplicably bad. I think Brian Dable, Daniel Jones, Saquon whip up enough tricks for the Giants to go on the road and beat Minnesota. And then next we've got the Cowboys and the Bucks. And the Cowboys are favorited, and they most likely should. They've won 12 games this year. And this pick may be the one that comes back to bite me, but the Cowboys are frauds. You hear it here today. The Cowboys are frauds. I will never pick them. They will choke, and Tom Brady's going to beat them. I don't care. They're frauds. They're frauds. They are fraudulent. With Mike McCarthy as coach, they are frauds. So we're going to go with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Okay, next, we got Eagles, Giants. Once again, it's another divisional game. Third time this year they'll play. But I think with the health, but with a rest and a week to get healthier, I think the Eagles, show why they beat the Giants by by the margin that they did this year. And Jalen Hurts, Nick Scanarani, I think I probably did not say that right. They all get their first playoff win, and they advance to the NFC Championship game. Now we got San Francisco and Tampa Bay. Even though Tampa Bay beat the Cowboys, the 49ers aren't the Cowboys. The 49ers are legit. I think, Tom's first two Tampa teams could absolutely beat the 49ers. But not this team with the little bit of less explosion and the injuries that they've had. San Fran's my winner for this game. So now I think we're kind of setting up kind of a heavyweight fight in the NFC Championship game. And so I think this comes down to, it's in Philadelphia. I think this is a pick'em game. I really do think, you couldn't go wrong either way. This is probably another pick I'm probably going to get wrong. But I just believe in the 49ers skill position and defense to get them a win over a very, very, very good Eagles team. The 49ers are going to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. So now we've come to the Super Bowl. We've got the Chiefs versus the 49ers. A rematch from a few years ago when the Chiefs won their first Super Bowl in the Pat Mahomes, Andy Reid era. I think probably top to bottom, the 49ers are probably a little deeper and a little bit of a better team. I'll admit that. But am I going to pick Brock Purdy over Pat Mahomes, Kyle Shanahan over Andy Reid? No way. No way Brock Purdy goes in there into a Super Bowl and beats the best quarterback in football, the best player in football. And the Chiefs are going to host the Lombardi Trophy again as Pat continues to build his GOAT case. So thank you for checking out today's video. That's all I have for you guys today. Like I said earlier, make sure you leave your thoughts down below. What do you think is going to happen in the games this weekend? Like, comment, subscribe. Check out the linked content. You guys have a great day.